Your boy John the Liquidator coming back with another video. So it looked like Carson Beck is definitely firing shots at SHEDEUR Sanders and keeping it real about potentially heading to Cleveland to battle him for that starting position. Guys, for this one here, we got to go down to Miami. Let's get it. Let's go. Now, if you guys don't know, Carson Beck is one of Todd Monken's former players. And to be for real, we haven't heard anything about the Browns potentially getting Carson Beck. He's actually eligible to be drafted this year. A whole lot of news really has not been coming out about Carson Beck. One thing I can tell you, he definitely made it his business to speak about Todd Monken and the Browns during an interview yesterday. And this right here is definitely making headlines because they had me scratching my head like, damn, where that energy come from, man? Instead of why quarterback Carson Beck will be super stoked to play for the Cleveland Browns and Todd Monken again. It's being reported that Miami quarterback Carson Beck knows Browns coach Todd Monken as well. And just about to any other player Monken has coached in his 37 years. That's because Beck, 6'4", 215 pounds, spent three of his 5 seasons at Georgia from 22 to 20, from 20 to 22 with Todd Monken, man. And they won 2 national titles there, bro. Now, this is what Carson Beck actually said about potentially going to the Browns.
Monken my first 3 years at Georgia, and I love him personally. I've actually known him since I was 7 or 8 years old. I played baseball with his son whenever he was the wide receiver coach of the Jags. So that's cool. I've been able to have a really good relationship with him over the years, and obviously at Georgia, he taught me a lot of what I know. So again, he's an amazing coach. I had the opportunity to talk with him a little bit the other day when I was done with all my interviews. We walked and chatted for a little bit. So I love Coach Monk. He's an awesome coach and a great guy. You know, any team that's going to draft me, I'm super grateful for the opportunity. But if Coach Monken were to be my coach again, obviously I really enjoyed him being my coach at the University of Georgia and what I was able to learn from him there. So I'd be super stoked.
Carson, as you look back,
Monken my first.
So to me, it looked like he on big time energy, bro. He want to go play for the Browns. He wants some of that quarterback action, man. But shout out to Carson Beck, dog. We got some more things to talk about here on the channel, man. We all know the Browns are making headlines for the quarterback debacle. And y'all know today is Monday, so we have to talk about it. Let's roll this clip right here.
Some people are trying to garner up some attention for him. That'd be Anthony Richardson, Colts quarterback, total flameout. I want to begin the segment by saying I don't think that Anthony Richardson has what it takes to be a franchise quarterback. You know, if you're talking about between Anthony Richardson and SHEDEUR Sanders was gifted everything possible throughout his college career and throughout his upbringing, but then he was humbled immediately last year when he had this epic public fall to the...
What public fall? What fall did he have? The only fall that he had was orchestrated to where y'all coaching staff didn't give him first team reps. What the hell is he talking about?
And was at the back end of the Browns quarterback depth chart, throwing to ball boys and into trash cans. As much as we talk about SHEDEUR Sanders being sort of like born on third base, so to speak, his NFL career, he has had to fight and claw through everything possible to get to the point where he's had. So if you're going based off of a guy that I believe is going to be hungry to get himself up to the level of being a franchise quarterback that isn't one right now, I would 100% take SHEDEUR Sanders over Anthony Richardson.
Now, Skip Bayless opened up about SHEDEUR the other day. He did a mighty long little video about it.
I'm going to put this on a scale of 1 to 10. My confidence level on SHEDEUR starting is at a 2 right now. What did I see last year? SHEDEUR got to start 7 games, and he showed you what he can be. He did this, remember, behind the offensive line that Pro Football Focus ranked all year long dead last. And he did this with the wide receivers that Pro Football Focus all year long ranked dead last in the NFL. Obviously, I wanted to hear from Monken and the GM Barry at the Combine that this will be SHEDEUR's job to lose. I heard open competition, Seth Walder on ESPN shocking me by saying, oh, they're going to somehow acquire Kyler Murray to be their starting quarterback. I don't love where this is heading next year for SHEDEUR, and I'm still not sure that his long-term future is in Cleveland, Ohio.
If I was the GM, the head coach or whatever, I would probably say the same thing. It's an open competition. I'm not going to hand the keys to the car to nobody because we only won them 4 games. That's how you get everything out of the guys, man. You want it to be highly competitive in that building.
Okay, didn't you think that SHEDEUR earned at least a slight nod to be the starting quarterback?
Yeah, and the slight nod is going to be who's going first under center in April. I bet you SHEDEUR goes first. That's the slight nod that he earned. Now you got to go out and earn it again. It's the NFL, Skip.
So as you guys can see there, man, that was Skip Bayless on the podcast speaking about SHEDEUR Sanders possibly got to go out there and earn his spot again, which I think is crazy. But you know, it's the nature of the business, man. It is what it is, and unfortunately, we got to deal with it, man. Now we know Todd Monken has been on a complete media tour when it comes to speaking highly about SHEDEUR and pretty much naming him the guy. 92 The Fan spoke about it like 2 days ago.
Willis talk, I don't think it's going to go away. I don't think the Anthony Richardson conversation is going to go away. I've been saying for a couple of days now, keep an eye on the Kyler Murray situation with the Arizona Cardinals. Monty Ossenfort, the GM out there, I know he said in Indianapolis this week, Nick, that he's had conversations with Kyler Murray, but there's been other reporting out there that no conversations between Kyler Murray and Monty Ossenfort have actually taken place. This is similar to the Baker Mayfield Cleveland Browns situation in 2022.
I genuinely believe that Todd Monken is excited about coaching SHEDEUR Sanders. Like, I think he's being dead honest because I think he admitted, like, SHEDEUR was, when he watched the tape, more mobile than he thought, and he even hesitated to say mobile. He was like, he's got a knack, though, for the pocket and when to bail out of it, when to climb up in it, when to try to create with his legs, and Monken kind of detailed the fact that he's explosive with his arm, and he's like, and he can do things out of structure, and that's really what I want. So I think there are elements of SHEDEUR's game that make Todd Monken light up. I also think, and we heard Todd say it, that Deshaun Watson will see some sort of benefit of the doubt just because at one point in time, albeit 6 years ago, he was a top 5 player at the position. So I think he's excited about the prospect of all of that.
So that was 92 The Fan, setting the record straight about Todd Monken and SHEDEUR Sanders. I want to know you guys' thoughts down in the comment section right now about Carson Beck. Y'all think the Browns going to make a run at him? Keep them Bills on. I will be back with some more videos. And until next time, man, shake the haters off. I'm out of here, bro. Peace out.